Welcome back to the Safe Room. Over the last few weeks, we've talked a lot about the specific symptoms of adult gaming. The guilt of a 300 game backlog, the paralysis of staring at a menu screen for 20 minutes, the dread of forcing yourself to finish a 100-hour RPG you stopped enjoying by hour 5. But today, we need to talk about the root cause of all this. We need to talk about the perpetual boss. As an adult, you are constantly in a boss fight. It's called life. The mortgage, the 9 to 5, the kids, the unending grind of daily responsibilities. That boss is always hanging in the background, with a full health bar constantly reminding you exactly what you are grinding for. And because you're spending all your energy fighting that boss every single day, when you finally sit down on the couch at 10 p.m., your battery is completely drained. You don't need another unpaid job. You don't need a massive, hyper-complex challenge. You need a sanctuary. But somehow, we've let our hobby just become as stressful as the adult world we're trying to escape. Today, we are fixing that. We're taking everything we've learned over the last 9 episodes and writing the Safe Room Codex. These are the unbreakable rules to survive as an exhausted gamer, designed to help you steal your time back. Rule number 1. Stop paying the janitor tax. When we get older and finally get that adult money, our first instinct is to build the teenage dream setup. The PVM, the CRT, the SCART switchers, the perfectly lined up physical games. But there is a massive paradox here. We finally have the money for the ultimate setup, but zero time to actually use it. We spend so much time dusting boxes, managing cables, and maintaining old hardware that we basically become museum curators instead of actual gamers. And worse, we fall into the collector's trap. We get addicted to the dopamine hit of buying a new piece for the shelf. But 30 days later, it just becomes background noise. We buy games, but we don't actually get to play them. There is simply not enough time in the world to play all the games we spend our youth dreaming about. So to break this cycle, you have to trade purism and elitism for pure convenience. Recently, I downsized my massive retro collection because I realized it was built for a 15-year-old version of myself that doesn't exist anymore. Whether it's a Steam Deck, a Switch, or a Mr. FPGA, find the tools that fit your gaming life. Stop curating for a museum and start playing games again. Which leads us to rule number 2. Embrace the pause. I firmly believe that the greatest innovation in modern gaming isn't 4K resolution, or ray tracing, or high frames per second. It's the suspend button. Life does not wait for save points, and neither should you. The portable revolution, the Switch, the Steam Deck completely rescued me from the depths of backlog despair. It allowed me to play massive RPGs again, just in 15 to 30 minute chunks before sleep draws me in. Drop the guilt of walking away from a game mid-cutscene because your kid woke up crying. The game will be there when you get back. The suspend feature respects our time in a way that original hardware simply can't. It is the ultimate cheat code for the busy parent. But having the right hardware doesn't mean anything if you can't decide what to play. So, rule number 3. Curate your choices and break the Netflix effect. You finally secure a 45-minute window of free time. You open Game Pass. You spend 20 minutes scrolling through 400 titles, completely paralyzed by choice. And when you finally pick one, it triggers an update. Your night is over before it even started. When everything is an option, nothing has value. We do this to ourselves with EverDrives too, loading 800 ROMs onto an SD card and becoming daily demo players, sampling games for 3 minutes each and never finishing anything. To cure choice paralysis, you must curate. Don't keep a running subscription to Game Pass or PS Plus. If you must use it, buy a month, play the games you want, and cancel it. If you have an EverDrive, load exactly 5 games on it. Do not add another one until you roll the credits on one of those 5. Limit your options to protect your sanity. Now, what if you curate your list, but you're just too tired to start something new? That brings us to rule number 4. Do not fear the comfort loop. Starting a massive modern RPG requires mental RAM that a busy adult simply doesn't have at the end of the day. Learning a new combat system or deep diving into a new lore feels suspiciously like work. That is why we constantly retreat to the 25-year-old PS1 games we already know by heart. For me, it's Final Fantasy VII. Stop feeling guilty about this. If you're exhausted and just need to play Chrono Trigger or Ocarina of Time for the millionth time because it's a digital security blanket, go do it. But beware of the nostalgia attacks. You do not need to own Final Fantasy VII on 5 different screens to prove that you love the game. Stop rebuying your childhood digitally. Boot up the handheld you already own and just hit start. And as a side note, if you need that comfort but actually can't play, never underestimate the power of a video game soundtrack to get you through the workday. It's audio caffeine without the anxiety. And lastly, the most important rule of the Codex. Rule number 5. Refuse the sunk cost tax. You spend $70 on a new release. By hour 5, you are completely bored. But that ingrained childhood programming, the need to get your money's worth, kicks in. So you push on. By hour 15, you are miserable. You're paying a corporation to let you work a second unpaid job. The money is already gone, but your Friday night doesn't have to be. I'm giving you permission to look at the 100-hour platinum trophy and say no thank you, and hit the uninstall button. Deleting a game you pay for isn't giving up. It is an executive decision to protect your free time. Alright, if you made it all the way here, to the end credits, congratulations, Confidants. You are now part of the Safe Room lore. To wrap it all up, you spend all day, every day, fighting the Perpetual boss with infinite HP called Life. When you power on that system to game, it should be your sanctuary, your very own safe room. It should not have any friction. So, dismantle the museum, embrace the suspend button, curate your choices, find your comfort loop, and never play a game you don't like. Protect your time, protect your space, and protect your bandwidth. Welcome to the Safe Room, Confidants. Let me know in the comments, which of these 5 rules of the Codex do you struggle with the most? Thanks for listening. Oh, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.